This is JD and Eric from SceneStealers.com, and we're back for another round of Oscar picks.
Because we're nutty that way.
And we're gonna be dealing with some cinematography and
art direction,
and then we're gonna round it out with Best Supporting Actress.
All right, we're gonna start with cinematography. This year, the cinematography category kicks major freaking ass. Let me tell you why. We've got The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford, Atonement, The Diving Bell and the Butterfly, No Country for Old Men, and There Will Be Blood. Besides having 4 of the 5 best movies of the year in one category, excluding Atonement, in our opinion, this also has 2 nominations for Roger Deakins. Roger Deakins shot No Country for Old Men and The Assassination of Jesse James, which was filmed like 2 years ago, and the studio sat around and didn't know what to do with.
Right.
And now it's coming out and it's getting Oscar nominations. Anyway, Roger Deakins is the Coen Brothers cinematographer, has been since Fargo, and I believe this is his 7th nomination, his 6th and 7th nomination. He was nominated previously for The Man Who Wasn't There, Oh Brother, Fargo, The Shawshank Redemption, and Kundun, Martin Scorsese's epic picture about the Dalai Lama. Unfortunately, Deakins, as they say, will probably split the vote. Mm-hmm. I would like to think that Robert Elswit is going to win this for There Will Be Blood, because the natural light and just the no lighting at all, and except like candlelit indoor lighting and everything. I mean, the cinematography in all these movies was amazing. But if I had to pick one, I guess I would say people are going to look at Deakins and they're going to know he needs one, and then they're going to give it to him for No Country for Old Men, which had some of the most, I don't know, expressive shots I've seen all year.
Yeah. Well, There Will Be Blood is really fascinating. I think some people would harken back to like Barry Lyndon with regards to the natural lighting, the candlelight, the things that are going on there. Certainly very technically, interesting. And the whole film is a throwback to the old process of making film. So, I mean, that's what I would like to see get it. Mm-hmm. I personally think the award's going to go to No Country for Old Men or Atonement.
And you know why you know why they might give it to Atonement? Because of the big 5-minute tracking shot. Yeah. Everybody's talking about this tracking shot. Hello, Children of Men last year. Right. Did anybody see that? And it got beat by Pan's Labyrinth. Another great movie, but tracking shots may not do an unbroken tracking shot may not do the trick.
Again, I really think there'll be a trend here for Atonement to pick up some of the technical awards because it's going to get shunned in other places. And I do think the only thing that I can say positive about that film is the cinematography. There are some really nice things about that film, and the color palette's interesting. It's a very beautiful movie.
I thought it was better than that, but I agree that it's a contender. So what's your pick for cinematography?
I'm gonna hope that justice is served here, and that No Country for Old Men is probably going to take that.
Okay, so we both say No Country for Old Men for best cinematography, and now we're going to move on to art direction. Commonly, a lot of people will think that this is cinematography, but it is not. In fact, art direction is what the damn set looks like before the guy puts the camera on it. This year we've got American Gangster, Atonement, The Golden Compass, Sweeney Todd, and There Will Be Blood.
Sweeney Todd should win the award for best impersonation of a Tim Burton movie.
Ooh, it's kind of the same thing he's been doing.
It is. You know? I adore Tim Burton. If by some bizarre chance Tim Burton you're watching, I really apologize for the dig, but make something, just give us something new. I love Tim Burton films. I love the aesthetic and the style of it. But this is one of the few places where American Gangster got any attention, aside from Ruby Dee's nomination. This was a really good film. It was an interesting looking film. It's a period piece, a little bit of a period piece, so I think that's why it's getting attention. I think there's very little chance that Atonement won't win this category.
Yep, this is Atonement again. I agree. Atonement's going to win this. Epic period piece. Everything was very colorful. I'd like to think There Will Be Blood is going to get it, but I think for art direction, it was probably too subtle to win this category, and the Academy never awards subtlety, ever.
Well, yet another British epic period piece, It just, I'm bored.
And
This is the one they give away to the British boring period piece. Because...
Well, costume design as well.
Yeah.
But we haven't gotten into that.
No, but it's frustrating because I really think Atonement will win this category.
Yeah.
And it's for total lack of imagination on the part of the Academy. Anyway.
All right, let's do the Best Supporting Actress category.
Let's do that. In that category, we have Cate Blanchett for her performance as Bob Dylan in I'm Not There. Ruby Dee for a performance that was 5 minutes or less in American Gangster.
Say it. Say it.
Saoirse Ronan?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Good try.
Yeah, anyway. The young actors from Atonement, Amy Ryan from Gone Baby Gone, and Tilda Swinton from Michael Clayton, who's, in my opinion, the only unimpeachable nomination from Michael Clayton with regards to whether or not that deserves to be an Oscar nomination.
I disagree with you about being impeachable, but I think that she was really great in the movie. I'm glad to see her nominated. I think before the Golden Globes, this was, no, even after the Golden Globes, I think this is Amy Ryan's category to lose for Gone Baby Gone. She was amazing in that movie, unknown actress. She's been in Boston for a long time and has been doing stuff there. Obviously, Ben Affleck knew who she was, but it's really impressive for an actress in a movie with Ed Harris and Morgan Freeman to come away with an Oscar nomination.
Right.
She's the only person, the only nomination for Gone Baby Gone. It's a really good movie, and despite the fact that you may think Ben Affleck had no business making a serious movie, it's a great movie actually. I think the only thing that it suffered from was a plot development that was actually in the book, so that really couldn't be helped. But I think Amy Ryan is not only going to win, but she's also my favorite in this category. But Cate Blanchett won the Golden Globe.
Interesting. And Ruby Dee, I poke a little fun because this is a record.
Career Achievement Award.
Well, it's a record for the least amount of screen time for an Oscar nod. And, you know, I love Ruby Dee. I loved her husband, Ossie Davis. I think they're both extremely talented. But this is definitely a career honor. This is one of those moments where they're saying, you've done a massive amount of great work, and here's an opportunity for us to say thank you and that kind of thing. So I think she could sneak in there and win that. I'm actually going to say that Tilda Swinton's going to come away with this.
Really?
I think
it's definitely a three-way
race.
Thank you. Between her, Tilda Swinton, Amy Ryan, and Cate Blanchett.
Yeah.
Ruby Dee doesn't have a chance, and neither does the little girl from Atonement, who I'm sure is really happy for me to just dismiss her and call her the little girl.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to pronounce your first name. I'm not Scottish or Irish or whatever.
It is spelled S-A-O-I-R-S-E.
We don't know how to pronounce it, but we do know enough to predict that she won't win.